Welcome back, everybody, to day 3 of our reality shifting challenge. Today, we are going to cover Neville Goddard's teachings about revision. In today's lesson, I'm going to talk about revision, the different steps that Neville has to revise the past to change what you keep manifesting in the present and your future. Diving right in, Goddard said, "The revised version of the day will change your tomorrow." So understanding this philosophy lays the groundwork for today's lesson. Revision is the process of rewriting your past that continues to project itself into your future and into your present. Revision is taking something that happened in the past, changing it, and deciding that it happened differently. Now, why might you want to do this? Well, I'm going to tell you about my situation personally. I personally have been plagued by my memories of the past events. I have uncovered repressed memories. I've gone through therapy over traumatic events from my past, talked it out in group and one-on-one. I've done heavily facilitated processes with experts. I've had huge breakthroughs, big emotional releases, all of the work that is necessary to quote unquote deal with it and let it go. Some of these moments for myself, I've done so much work on the narrative and changed it and had new epiphanies, multiple epiphanies. And yet these memories still influence my feelings as a man, as a father, as a partner, as a co-parent, and in relationships. In other words, regardless of all this deep, beautiful, healthy, therapeutic work, the tears and the joy and the letting go, those memories, those beliefs still keep manifesting in the current screen of reality. What the hell? But after finally learning and accepting this truth, that if I created it, then I can change it. So now I face trauma and drama and actually rewrite it and forget it, period. Neville Goddard said, "Nothing comes from without. All things come from within, from the subconscious." So all that work I did, as beautiful as it was, as healing, as the epiphanies would come in, the subconscious did not change. So therefore, it would still manifest in a few days, weeks, or months later. Needing to do more work or go back to another seminar or work with a different coach. Yeah, that stuff's for the birds, guys. You want to do deeper work on the subconscious so this stuff is actually gone. So you don't become one of those people that says, yeah, trauma never goes away. I'm always going to respond to trauma. Yeah, that's not fun. It's better just to get rid of it. So we're going to talk about the revision steps. Neville Goddard's revision technique is a powerful tool to reshape past experiences in your consciousness. Now here is a simplified version of the steps. Number 1, prepare for revision. Before sleeping, find a relaxed state akin to sleep. Very relaxed, it's called SATS, state akin to sleep. Just before you go to sleep, but you still have control of your conscious mind. You haven't dozed off just yet. This is when your mind is the most receptive to change. Also in the morning, but this exercise, you want to do it before you go to sleep. Number 2, identify the memory. Reflect on a specific event that didn't go as you wished. Maybe it's one that happened today. Maybe it's one that you've been plagued with for years, maybe even a decade, maybe from childhood. I want you to clearly recall the details of the undesired outcome. 3, emotionally connect with it. Immerse yourself in that memory. Feel the emotions it brings up, be it anger, shame, guilt, or any other emotion relevant to the experience. Feel it fully. Don't exaggerate, but feel it fully. Number 4, revise the memory. While in this relaxed, near sleep state, reimagine the event unfolding exactly as you desired. Visualize a perfect outcome, filling this new version with positive emotions and feelings. Really get into it. 5, live in the revised state. Spend a few minutes fully absorbed in this revised memory. Feel the joy, the satisfaction of the event as you wished it to be, as if it was already done. Really feel it. Make it real. Finally, 6, drift to sleep. With these positive feelings and the revised memory in your mind, allow yourself to just simply fall asleep. This helps you solidify the revised experience into your conscience. It's also considered seducing the lover because the subconscious is often referred to as the lover. By practicing this technique, you align your inner world with a preferred reality, potentially influencing your external experiences and emotions. But remember, for this, the key is feeling. Immerse yourself in the positive emotions of the revised memory for a transformative experience. Don't half-ass it, go for it, get what you came for. Now we're going to talk about the implications and the impacts of truly revising your reality. Goddard repeatedly mentioned that the outside world is merely a direct reflection of your internal imagination, and he's not the only one. Many other teachers before and since have also said exactly the same thing. Look at Abraham Hicks, Tony Robbins, Joe Dispenza, Dr. Joseph Murphy, Wayne Dyer. This is not new, but you may not have ever tried it this way before. Neville had a really great way of just breaking it down simply, and of course, including the Bible also helped. So, if you go into your imagination and change the circumstances, then your outside world is what's going to project that changed circumstance directly to you. It's a mirror. When you're revising your past memory, you are impressing a new memory onto the subconscious mind that will now project into the reality instead of the old, negative, unfavorable memory, the one you keep reliving. From Neville, change your conception of yourself and you will automatically change the world in which you live. Now here are today's affirmations that will help you shift your perspectives and integrate today's lesson. Try this one. My past is malleable for me to rewrite. Or this one. I revise and I renew. Very simple and powerful. Put them into practice immediately so you can practice this art of revision and integrate how important it is to your reality. Our scripture today for this lesson is coming from Isaiah. Remember, ye not the former things, neither consider the things of old. Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall ye not know it? I will even make a way in the wilderness and the rivers in the desert. This passage from Isaiah is particularly powerful in the context of revision. It encourages letting go of the past. Remember ye not the former things, neither consider the things of old, and opens up to the possibility of new positive changes. Behold, I will do a new thing. It suggests that no matter how barren or challenging the past experiences, symbolized by the wilderness and desert, there's always potential for transformation and new beginnings. I will even make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. This scripture can be seen as an affirmation itself about the power of the mind to transcend past limitations and create a new reality. It aligns with the idea of using our imagination and feelings to revise and reshape our experiences, thereby leading to a transformed and desired future. This is very similar to more popular phrasing today, such as drop the old story, stop telling the old story, play or write a new one. You've heard these concepts said before, but this is a core process to actually integrate what you're hearing about. Put it into practice as soon as possible. In fact, let's go over today's homework. For today's homework, select an incident from your day that didn't pan out as you'd hoped. Instead of dwelling on the disappointment, apply Neville Goddard's philosophy. Wouldn't you rather think about this new process versus going to sleep still upset, expecting the worst to happen tomorrow, and then ding, 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 is it any surprise that things didn't change or in fact got worse? Yeah, let's stop that today. Do the revision process. Now, try to revise this event in your mindscape, in your imagination, while you are very relaxed, that SATS, state akin to sleep, almost about to go to sleep, but still having control of your conscious mind, aligning it with your profound outcome. As you fall asleep tonight, hold on to this edited version full of the sights, the sounds, the sensations, and especially the feelings. let it be the last thing on your mind as you fall asleep. Here are some questions to help you integrate further, and I hope that you share your thoughts either in the comments below the video or in our private Facebook group so we can all share and learn together. Number 1, what event did you choose to revise? 2, how did you feel revising the past within your imagination? Was there a lot of resistance or was it easy? I'm going to tell you before we end the video, I did this just the other night. I have a memory where my father was telling me, don't try too hard because it'll hurt if you don't get in. Now, check this out. I'm 12 years old. I just finished singing with a little opera company, and I'm the youngest person in the cast, and my father is out there, and he says to me when I tell him, hey, I'm trying out for this touring choir at the age of 12. I'm so excited for him to actually tell me, well, don't try too hard. It will hurt if you don't get in. That thought, I have done work on it. I've had many epiphanies, and yet it still keeps coming up. And I was like, you know what? This is a great example to learn from. And I did the scene differently. I played it out where I am fully excited after suffering through it, of course, but then I changed it. I'm excited. I'm telling him, I see a big smile on his face, and he tells me he's so proud of me no matter what happens, and to go for it. Simple. I fell asleep with that in my head, and I'll tell you what, today has been a pretty magical day. Just give it a shot and see what happens. You do it today, you will see results as fast as tomorrow. So I want you to share your experience the way I just did. Join our community in the Facebook group or make comments below so we can all share and learn together. When we share our perspectives, we see that we're not alone, and we see other ways of applying this work. Now, in closing, I'm looking forward to your discussions and your breakthroughs. I will see you tomorrow in day number 4. This is Anthony Cortino, Sacred Cobra. You are sacred, you are worthy, and you are love. Cheers.